if any of you didn't catch on the details of Summer Palooza 6, in my preview video when I mentioned my We Bear Bears marathon, I stated that I'm gonna be reviewing episodes from its spin-off We Baby Bears, along with 3 miniseries from the second season. It's mainly the fact that I've almost reviewed half of We Bear Bears before this marathon, and it's not gonna be enough to fill in 90 plus days of reviewing We Bear Bears marathon, unless if I revisit the episodes, which I'm only planning on reviewing 1 episode and the movie itself. Everything else is just not my priority, so I decided to include We Baby Bears episodes in order to fill up the days of this marathon. So for every week or so, I'm gonna be reviewing 1 episode from the spin-off, and then back to the main series, and then I'm gonna be reviewing another episode from the spin-off later on. And it's gonna happen until we reach to the miniseries of Season 2. Like I said, just 3 miniseries from Season 2. I don't plan on reviewing all of them. So let's go review the episode No Land, All Air. The premise of this episode is, well, the Bears arrive to a cloud world and they meet Scarlet, who is a really great pilot when it comes to racing, and she makes fun of Grizz and the box, which leads to Grizz demanding a race against Scarlet. With these episodes being basic on teaching morals, my point of view of this episode is just as same as the point of view that I had when I reviewed the 20 episodes upon comparing it to the episodes from Camp Coral. Like, when I did watch these episodes when they came out, and looking back, I can instantly say for a fact that there was a reason onto why I stopped watching this show, because I was burned out from binge watching, and I was burned out when it comes to We Bear Bears in general. And truth be told, the praise that I gave towards the spin-off was a little too over the top. But then again, it was just me just looking at how badly Camp Coral was. This episode, along with the following We Baby Bears episode that I'm going to be reviewing later on, are the only episodes that I've watched and never again before this marathon arrived. And truth be told, picking the episodes when it comes to the descriptions of the episodes is just mainly me just trying to pick the right episodes. And me picking this episode is honestly me just looking at the flying aspect, because I like flying planes, even though I'm not really a fan of plane video games involving planes, but I really feel like that just scene of how they can still do a proper execution when it comes to the Baby Bears getting themselves into danger, all the while just racing against Scarlet, which leads to Grizz having this idea by going through a dark cloud. It was a terrible idea, but I've instantly understand that these are the characters that are supposed to act the way they are since that they're cubs. And truth be told, me seeing some of those issues when it comes to Grizz's characters, mainly the Tiger episode, I can instantly see onto why they made Grizz the way that he is in this show in comparison to his main series counterpart, if you want to include his cub version of the original. And truth be told, the race itself isn't really the best race, and you can make the argument that other racing involving planes were done much more better than this. That doesn't mean that this is bad. Like, Scarlet being the somewhat antagonist of this episode is mainly a plot device of what the Baby Bears need to do in order to work together. Granted, they've been working together throughout the entire time in this episode, but then again, when it comes to Grizz's predicament, it really gave me the impression that he just really wants to one up against Scarlet, since that she made fun of him and the fact that she made fun of the box. But truth be told, with Hall being part of the sky as a cloud, the title still lives up to its name since it's way more legit when it comes to Scarlet's character. She, along with her fans, never witnessed land. And after saving the Cubs and the box, they showed them the pics of land. If these types of people live their life in the air so much that they don't have the same lifestyle as the people who worked on planes from the land, then I can instantly see onto why she's the character that she is in this episode. And those reactions alone says it all. Legitimately. Okay, before we continue on with this marathon, I'm fully aware that the box itself is a factor, especially when it comes to the final episodes of this show. And if you ask me not concentrating on that, aside from the introduction of Dippy from the final episode, I really feel like that if I wanted to give this show the attention when it comes to the box itself, I would have to be a fan of this show, which I am, but not a big fan, by reviewing all the episodes of the spin-off, which, truth be told, it's still not a good choice to favor that over marathoning the original series episodes. I'm just saying, the box itself is something that I'm supposed to see as a factor of why this show exists, but at the same time, me leaving this show after watching this episode and the following episode really sums up that I was really in a state where this show can't be able to cure my stress and depression, to where even the main series wasn't able to help me out. Like I said, this marathon wasn't really the best idea to do, but when it comes to having it exist for the sake of reviewing all of the We Bare Bears episodes, I had to include this because, again, I can't be able to fit everything in 90 plus days when it comes to the original because I don't have enough. But I'm not going to be a downer by including these spin-off episodes because I am going to try to look at the positives of these episodes and being fair. So hopefully We Baby Bears could get my investment back. And if that happens after this marathon, I might have the chance to watch the rest of the spin-off, even though I don't have plans on reviewing the other episodes that I haven't reviewed. But we're still focusing on Summerpalooza 6 right now. I'm giving this episode a 7 out of 10.